Hello everyone, it's Mrs Edwards here. It's Tuesday the 2nd of March 2021. So today we are carrying on our work relating to rounding numbers, and let's start with a little bit of an anchor skill whole class workout. So think about what we learned about rounding numbers yesterday. A 2-digit number that ends in 4 or less, do we round that up or do we round that down? Well done at home if you said that we need a new text box, Mrs Edwards. Well done if you said that we round down, don't we? Absolutely. 4, 3, 2 or 1, it rounds down, doesn't it? Okay. A 2-digit number that ends in 5 or more, what do we do to that one then? So if it ends in 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9, we round it up to the nearest 10, don't we? And then what about a number that ends in 0? What happens to that? You are absolutely right. Absolutely nothing. It stays the same, doesn't it? It stays the same. Okay, so if you come across a number that ends in 0 and you are told to round it up or down, don't do it. It's a red herring. It ends in 0. You do not change it, do you? Okay. Right then. So well done. They are your answers for that. So this is our success criteria that we're working on in class today. Some of us are going to carry on our work related to yesterday. Some of us are going to be moving on. Now, I know you all know your starting points, but listen, if you know that yesterday you found rounding a little bit tricky, start at bronze. That's absolutely fine. We are learning lots of new skills in year 3, and what is important is that you feel confident using. So if you need to start on bronze, guys. That's absolutely fine. If then you feel like you can move on to silver, unpause the video and move on to silver and see how far you can get. So these are our vocabulary words today, and as you can see, I've added in a couple of words. I've added in addition and I've added in estimating, because yesterday we learned that rounding is when we change a number to make it closest to its asked for amount. How we round the number up or down depends on the end digit or digits. So here you go. You can see I've put a number line in here and I've put some arrows in to show 4 or less we go down to the nearest 10, 5 or more we go up, don't we? Okay, so let's have a look. 59, 34, 66, 10 and 71. Pause the video. Am I going to round them up or am I going to round them down? Okay, welcome back. So 66, if you remember, I'm going to draw our line to show where the split is. 66 ends in a 6, which means it goes this side, which means we are rounding up, aren't we? 59 ends in a 9, so it also goes this side, so it gets rounded up to 60. 34, well, that's the other side, isn't it? So that goes down and that becomes 30. 71 ends with a 1, so that goes over here. And then finally 10, it ends in a 0. Remember what I said? Don't let it trick you. Do you do anything to 10? No, you don't, do you? It stays exactly where it is and stays as 10. Okay, so bronze challenge today is you're going to do some more work on correctly rounding the given numbers to their nearest 10. I'm going to start on 2-digit and then move on to 3 when you feel a little bit more confident. However, today you're going to get one of these strips. As you can see, it's here, and one of these strips is here to help you. Please visualise, if I gave you the number 27, for example, you know it would come between 20 and 30, don't you? You know that that goes in between those two numbers, yeah? So then you have to make the decision, right, my answer's either going to be 20 or it's going to be 30. Let's look at the unit, at the ones digit. It's a 7. Oh, let's look up here again. That's closer to the higher amount. So you know your number's going to be 30, don't you? So these are your bronze challenges today. Have a go again. Think about rounding. Think about using that number line, this number line here. Use that, okay? I'm going to put that on that page there as well to help you, or you can get it from the resources. Okay, so that's bronze. Children at home, like I say, pause the video now, have a go at the bronze, see how you do. If you then feel confident and would like a go at the silver, unpause the video and join us for silver. So, those working on silver, we are going to be using rounding to solve estimation addition problems. So, this came up last week when we were using our learning by questions for the first time, didn't it? Okay, so 44 add 38 equals. Firstly, we need to round the numbers to the nearest tens or hundreds, depending on what questions we are on, and that will give us an estimated rounded number. So, for example, here you can see straight away that 44 will round down to 40 because it ends in a 4, doesn't it? And you will see that 38 will then also round up to 40 because that ends in an 8. Okay, which then means that this sum becomes 40 add 40. That will then give us an estimated total, and we all know that the estimated total answer to that would then be 80. Okay, so an estimated answer is when you use your rounding skills to help you. So let's do this one together. Okay, so 67 add 22 equals, so let's have a little loop. 67, well, do you know what? I'm going to go and get my strip because I know that that strip will help me with this. So that's fine. I'm going to copy it and I'm going to bring it to this question. Because we always use the resources we've got to help us, don't we? Okay, so 67. 67 lands between 60 and 70, doesn't it? But is it closer to 70 than 60? Well, it ends in a 7, so we know it's closer to 70, don't we? Okay, so there we go. And then put my addition sign in. Let's look at 22. We know that 22 lands between 20 and 30, but is it closer to 20 or closer to 30? It's closer to 20, well done, absolutely. So we're going to put that in there, aren't we? And there we go. So now it's just a simple addition that we all can do mentally. 70 add 20 equals, well done, it equals 90, doesn't it? Oh, hello, what's going on there then? Oh, we don't need that, do we? Delete that. Okay, so there we go, 90, okay. So that is the kind of question you're going to be getting on your silver today. And if I quickly show you, there you go. So you've now got to, we're not writing on the sheet, remember, you're going to write them into your maths book, you're going to change them into the estimated answers, and you are going to solve them. But don't rush off just yet, because I just want to show you gold. Gold is very similar, but instead of rounding to tens amounts, we are rounding to hundreds amounts. And you can see my example one here. 189 became 200 and 334 became 300, because if you remember back to yesterday's lesson, anything that's 49 or below we round down, 50 or above we round up. Okay, so let's have a look at this one together. So 543 add 268. Right then, well, 543, think about it, 43, is that closer, we know, is that closer to 500 or 600? Because we know it's between those two, don't we? It's 49 or less, so that's going to become 500, isn't it? There we go. And now let's look at our second number. 268. Is 68 above 50, or is it 49 or less? It is indeed above, so that means we round that one up, don't we? We round that one to 300. There we go. Let's put our add sign in. Let's put our equal sign in, because we're making things nice and tidy and we're using a ruler, aren't we? There we go. Okay. And then we need to do 500 add 300. Well, we always start in the ones column, nothing there, so the answer to that one will be 0. And then this one here, the answer is 0. And then 5 times 3 in our 100 column is 8. So the estimated answer to our question up here is 800. Okay. So your gold questions look a little bit like this. Again, we're not writing on the sheet, we are writing this out beautifully and neatly in our maths books. Okay. So Pause the video there if you want to, go away and do silver, and then maybe gold if you have time, that's fine too. Can I just let you know though that if you do move on to platinum, it's the same rule as yesterday. Instead of being 49 and less this time for a 3-digit number, it's 499 or less for a 4-digit number, and then 500 or more is going up, okay? So it's exactly the same principle, and they are your platinum questions. Okay, my lovelies, so that's your maths lesson today. Please just take it a step at a time. If you feel like you need to watch the video again to help you, do so. That's absolutely fine. Okay, lovelies, thank you very much, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.